Hey guys, James from That's No Moon. Welcome to my first battle report, which I played yesterday against Dan. I was running Empire, a bit of a spin on the Palp Aces list with two defenders, Rexler Brath with Juke and Maarek Stele with Calculation, both running the TIE X7 title. Dan was running a Scum list based around Kavil with Autoblaster Turret, and backed up with Kath, Scarlet and Nadru, all with veteran instincts, making them pilot skill 9. So he would be going into the game with the advantage to see where all of my ships would be moving. It was going to be very interesting with the Autoblaster Turret as well. So deployment was pretty simple. Maarek Stele was in the bottom left, Rexler Brath in the centre, Palp in the bottom right. Dan had Kavil in his corner, Kath, Scarlet in the centre, and then Nadru coming down the flank towards Maarek Stele. The idea for me at this stage was just a really slow roll and see if Dan was going to split his ships up or if he was all going to come into one flank or just chase down Palpatine. So I wasn't really sure what he was going to do. All I had a clue about at this stage, Kavil would be trying to get into range 1 and get things out of his arc. So he'd be able to be cruising right down the bottom towards Palpatine. So at this stage, my plan was to send two defenders up and gang up on Nadru, while Emperor Palpatine and his shuttle zoom off and make life difficult for Dan to catch him. I wasn't really sure what Kath Scarlet was going to do here. If she was going to brave the asteroids or turn away and then anticipate the movement of the defenders later on. All I was doing is trying to gang up on Nadru with both Maarek Stele and Rexler Brath. Yeah, that evade token was so handy, and as I said, haven't really sunken my teeth into Imperial Veterans, so it's a really good game to see how that mechanic works and increases the survivability of the defenders. As you can see, Kath did turn away. Nadru puts down the target lock on Rexler Brath. Dan launches his advanced homing missiles here, but absolutely no luck. Rolls for focus, which is quite frustrating for him. Kavil pings away at the Emperor. Rexler Brath returns fire at Nadru, and I roll 3 criticals, all on the dice, so straight away you can see me swapping dice with Dan. It was quite an entertaining moment. He takes quite a bit of damage from that. He doesn't roll anything for his evades, and Maarek Stele then rolls 3 hits, and that's Nadru out of the game. So a really good opening volley for the Empire, and it was going to be a pretty tough one for Dan to come back from. Emperor keeps running away as per usual. At this stage I was just going to focus on Kavil now. He's the closest threat, and I knew Kath was going to be at least out of the battle for a few turns. Maarek Stele turns into Kavil, and at this stage I do a K turn with Rexler Brath. He doesn't take any damage. He gains a stress token from that debris field. Kavil perfectly manoeuvres around there to get shots onto the Emperor. Kath Scarlet keeps ringing around the flank. Kavil manages no damage with shooting onto the Space Cow, unfortunately. So it's on to the next turn. Alright, no surprise again. Space Cow cruises up the flank, gets a stress token for the 3 bank. Got Maarek Stele moves into position to anticipate where Kavil is going to turn out, and Rexler Brath gets off the debris field, clears the stress with a straight, and then barrel rolls. Kavil doing his usual thing. Dan here is anticipating the boost to get out of arc of Maarek Stele, which he successfully does by millimetres, mind you. It's pretty close. Kath Scarlet does a forward manoeuvre, and then we had a bit of a discussion about the engine upgrade, the boost, but once again, in fact, got a millimetres from the table edge, but it was safe, which was good. Kavil shoots onto Maarek Stele. I spend my evade token and does 1 shield. So Kath Scarlet here is just out of range of the Space Cow, so no shots for her. Rexler Brath takes a shot at Kavil, stripping the shields off him. Maarek Stele shoots into Kath, rolling a blank hit. I turn one of those blank results with Palpatine into a critical, and Dan evades one. So Space Cow keeps running away in true Space Cow fashion. Maarek Stele does a 4K turn, which is probably easily anticipated by Dan. I was thinking about barrel rolling here, either left or right, to try and block him, but I eventually just went with the focus token, played it safe. Rexler Brath does a 3 bank, gaining the evade token, and just plants a focus token as well. Kavil moves in behind Rexler Brath with a target lock, and I do manage to block Kath Scarlet, so eventually it was a good move, but she will get shots into Rexler Brath. Kavil does 1 damage to Rexler Brath, taking shield off him. Rexler Brath takes a shot at Kath Scarlet. I spend my focus token for 3 hits. Kath Scarlet comes away with no evades. It was here Maarek Stele eventually got 2 criticals onto Kavil using calculation and Palpatine. But silly me forgot to actually trigger his ability and deal the 3 cards out and pick which one I wanted. So Kavil ended up with 2 stress tokens. So the Emperor, his trusty Space Cow, goes through the debris field for no damage. Here the first TIE defender goes forward, and I eventually barrel roll towards Kavil at this stage, and the other TIE defender here pulls a 4K turn, which I'm sure Dan would have anticipated. Kavil reveals a turn, putting him in arc of Rexler Brath. Although it does take off one of his stress tokens from the console fire. Kath Scarlet also turns, giving Rexler Brath a good range 1 flank shot onto her. Kavil here eventually takes the shot through to Rexler Brath because he's just outside of range 1 of Maarek Stele. Rolls a single critical. I ended up using Palpatine to evade that, so I've still got my evade token to trigger Juke. And Rexler Brath's range 1 shot only nets Kath's last shield. Palpatine gets off his rock with a 1 straight forward, clearing the stress. Followed by Maarek Stele does a 4K turn. I debate about doing the barrel roll, but just stick to the focus and get the free evade token. Rexler Brath zooms 5 forward past Kath Scarlet. I was hoping to set up a nice little kill box there, but doesn't eventually go to plan. Kavil goes straight into the debris field, bumps Kath, so just gets a stress token. Won't stop him from shooting, however. Kath Scarlet then just 3 banks, not quite getting into a kill zone, out of zone of Rexler Brath, puts a target lock down onto Rexler Brath for a 5 shot out the rear. Turns out Kavil's just outside of range 1, so he doesn't get to shoot. Kath Scarlet, even with the target lock, only nets 2 hits, which Rexler Brath easily evades. Maarek Stele puts 4 shots into Kath Scarlet, resulting in a hit, crit. No evades from Kath, so I dish out 3 cards. Damaged Engine is the first crit on Kath Scarlet, resulting in turns being red manoeuvres, and the second critical being Stunned Pilot. So at this stage I'll try and do some dodgy shenanigans and block Kath, resulting in some more damage. So Space Cow does a 2 turn for a stress. Maarek Stele does a 1 bank to try and block Kath Scarlet here. Once again, I was thinking about doing a barrel roll, but I just stuck the focus token. Rexler Brath does a 4K, and he barrel rolls as well, just to plug up another hole for Kath. She does in fact block, take 1 damage, and Dan takes her off but realises the fire sprays have 6 hull, so bonus to him. She's hanging around on 1. Kavil here gets into range 1 of Rexler Brath, taking a shot, removes 1 shield. Return fire from Rexler Brath and Maarek Stele drop Kavil pretty significantly. And with Kath Scarlet on 1, Dan concedes. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out the blog.